I'm gonna get back to that story, Sonny. Just, just you listen to Boomer Great One. He's gonna tell you about how it was back in the olden days, back before fire, back when we walked uphill for everything. In fact, we didn't even have a concept of downhill because there was no downhill. Everything was uphill. We thought that was normal. We didn't even have a word for it because there was no alternative. It was uphill all the time. You just need to reach down and grab yourselves by your bootstraps and pull yourselves up, Sonny. Because when I was your age, I bought a house for $25,000. And I made that money on my paper route and bussing tables at the local cafe. And if I could do it, you can do it too. You just need to reach down and pull yourself up and just buckle up there, buckaroo. God, I hate boomers.
So I am an auto industry expert, and the way you could tell that is it's in the title. You see it in the title there? See right there? I'm like a boomer. I just self-declare myself these things. And I'm of course I'm joking somewhat, but I'm gonna be simplifying a lot of things. So I don't want you actually. So let me give you the breakdown and then why this article I'm about to read on my phony phone like a zoomer is joyful. So do you guys remember when about maybe 15 years ago, Chrysler of all the car companies decided, hey, you know what? Let's make some badass cars young men like. Do you remember that? And they came out with, what was it? There was the Challenger, the Charger, there was the Hellcat. There was a third one. I think the 300. That's a Chrysler vehicle, isn't it? They came out with some sexy looking cars, right? And it was good. The Lord came forth. He made some sports cars for young men, and it was good. And I could never afford it, but they were on the affordable end of things, right? These were not $70,000 vehicles. A young man could get himself into one. Maybe he might have to wait a couple of years to buy a used one, but it's exactly what I say. Corporations need to do. You need to start thinking about young men. Whether you're Harley and getting young men to ride motorcycles again, I don't know, even fashion, because young men are not excited about anything. And this was one of the rare things. Well, what it meant, they like toys and tits. That's what men like, toys and tits and video games. And you can't even get good video games now anymore. So this was this silver lining within an otherwise dark and gloomy cloud of material items young men could get excited for. And then the CEO of Chrysler Dodge was a guy named Tim Kunitis or something like this. He said, we're going to, all those cars that you all love and they're really fun and they're sexy and you young guys enjoy it. Yeah, we're ending it. Yep, we're going all EV. Now, I'm going to speculate it wasn't solely his decision because unbeknownst to most of you, Dodge/Chrysler is not its own standalone company. It's been bought and sold several times. It was owned by Mercedes-Benz at one time. And then it got bought out by this group called Stellantis. And I believe it was after the housing bubble. And just because Chrysler's been around for a long time and all these different vehicles, that doesn't mean the company made any money. I'm pretty sure they received bailout money during the financial crisis. This is not, just because it's a big company doesn't mean it has value, or an established brand name. It doesn't have value. The company, I think, was losing money, or it wasn't as good as it was back in the olden days. And so Stellantis is a European consortium. I think maybe it was even a private equity group that just bought it among some other auto manufacturers. I think Fiat was one of them as well. And in acquiring all these different auto manufacturers, it became what I believe is the fourth largest auto manufacturer in Europe. It's a sizable one. They said fourth largest. I don't think in the world, because it's Definitely not up to top with GM, Toyota, Volkswagen. It's not for them, but it's a sizable European American auto manufacturer. And I think one of the highlights, I'm not going to go and look. You tell me if I'm wrong, auto industry experts, but was it a plurality or a disproportionate percentage of the profits that Chrysler domestic U.S. sales came from those sports cars you all sold, the ones we all loved, the ones young men could almost afford and get into? Yeah, let's end that. Let's end that. Why? Because the owners of of Dodge Chrysler's, the real one, are European based. And the Europeans like, oh my God, EVs. And the CEO of this said, yeah, EVs. You know that thing that's making a lot of money and bringing joy and happiness to millions of people? End that shit right fucking now. Some bitchy, miserable Karens don't want young men having fun. We need to have electric vehicles so Greta Thunberg doesn't have sand up her hoo-ha. And the person behind that, tell me if I'm wrong, auto industry people, was the real CEO. See, they got to stop throwing around these CEO of, no, you're a division manager. Say brand manager of Ram, Dodge. Yeah, their trucks sold rather well, no matter how much we pick on them. So this is today still yet. Stellantis CEO Carlos Tavares resigns amid problems in U.S. falling sales. No. I'm going to tell you motherfuckers in the auto industry right now, you are not going to sell your electric vehicles. You're not. Not to the level you need. You are not going to fully replace the gasoline engine. I don't care what your government leaders told you. You got to tell the government, see, you're the go-between between the people that matter. That's called the people. And then our bitches, which is the governments and elected officials we put in charge. And you as a large industrial group need to go to your politicians and you're going to say, this is not feasible. Knock it the fuck off. We're not switching to EVs. We can have an EV line. We could slowly migrate, but you are not going to be able to sell these things. And the handful of videos and documentaries I've been watching, get this, okay? Get this, everyone. Whether it was the United States or Europe provided generous tax benefits for buying EVs. And did you know that when the tax benefits went away, EV sales dried up and dropped off a cliff? Did you know that? Did you also know China, which knowing their quality control, I wouldn't buy one. They're undercutting pretty much all the other electric vehicle manufacturers out there. And this is where, look, I know, watch my video about CEOs being pussies. I know every single one of you American and European CEOs are just a bunch of obedient conformist pussies. You didn't get in that position because you weren't Elon Musk. You weren't a leader. You weren't a visionary. You weren't this independent-minded. You're certainly not entrepreneurs. You're obedient little bitches. And this Carlos guy is just the latest one. And instead of you having to ball say, look, I don't care if you're Labor or Labour or the Marxist Party or whatever. Yeah, we can have an EV line. We can offer that. We could do that, but we're not. You are insane to think that you're going to replace the gas automobile, that we could just like the rules and laws, like no more gas engines produced in this country by 2030 or 2035. And I even think Volkswagen had to go to the German government and say, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Now, I would say for the sake of your employees and the auto workers, and white collar workers and the dealerships, not to mention, I don't know, the fucking customer, you should have gone up and told whatever, the committee, the council, Brussels, Congress, hey, I got to talk to the senator. I got to talk to the MP. Hey, look, this isn't going to happen. It's not feasible. It's not possible. Not in the time you want to do it. Right? And by the way, fuck you. It's not when you want to do it. We'll tell you when to fucking do it. You would have saved this crisis where they were shutting down all these gas, traditional car auto play. I mean, Jaguar is doing the same thing. Now, I don't know. I think, India owns them. I know they have some UK plants, or they did, where they're shutting all those down. Are there plants in India? Well, in any case, they're shutting down the gas ones. So now you've laid off a bunch of people. Now we're going to get new EV ones, which aren't going to sell. You guys want to see where you're going? You're going the way of Rivian. Look that up. For my audience, it's this startup, electric vehicles. They're gonna go bankrupt probably within the year, unless they get a $6.8 billion loan from Joe Biden because they're trying to keep this fucking nonprofit. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Stop trying to make it work. Stop trying to make a pig fly. Well, this guy, what they did is they got all the European bigwigs, politicians, prime ministers, and they got some rubber bands, and they got all their genitalia into one big massive cock, and this guy just whatever, your lord and master. What? EVs? Yes, sir. We'll get rid of those fun cars the American boys are having fun with because some women in Europe are upset. Stellantis CEO Carlos Tavares resigns amid problems in U.S. falling sales. Key points. Stellantis CEO Carlos Tavares. Hang on. God damn. Has resigned from the automaker. Resigned. Sure, buddy. I don't know. Is the board of directors? I mean, you guys got to play some power here. Your CEOs are fucking puppets. Disney's a fucking puppet. You guys are the real ones in charge. When you're going to, I mean, really, don't you hobnob? Don't you tell and everything, this isn't going to happen? Oh. Come on, Aaron. Oh, God. Found out that Elon Musk is not coming out with a smartphone. I would have paid an arm and a leg for that, to have it no bullshit. Which cited different views between him and the board of directors. I thought you were all on board the fuck gas train, huh? The Jeep maker, Jeep. The Jeep maker said its process to appoint a new CEO is well underway and expects to conclude the search during the first half of next year. You're going to find out whether they're going to double down on boring government dictates of electric vehicles and Karens, or are you going to make cars that at least as it pertains to the American division, are you going to make cars young men want? Someone in the chat room probably knows who's a car geek. Oh yeah, those cars, they accounted for X% or X% of sales. Until then, the company said it will establish a new interim executive committee led by Chairman John Elkann. Detroit, Stellantis CEO Carlos Tavares has unexpectedly resigned, unexpectedly, from the automaker, admittedly increasingly different views between the executive and the board of directors, the company said Sunday. The world's fourth largest car maker. Really? Fourth largest? Are you sure? Said its board accepted Tavares' resignation on Sunday. His departure is effective immediately. Jeep maker Stellantis said its process to appoint a new CEO is well underway and that it expects to conclude the search during the first half of next year. Until then, the company said it will establish a new interim executive committee led by Chairman John Elkann. Stellantis' success since its creation has been rooted in a perfect alignment between the reference shareholders, the board, and the CEO. However, in recent weeks, different views have emerged, which have resulted in the board and the CEO coming to today's decision. Henry de Castries, Stellantis' senior independent director, said in a release. A Stellantis spokesman declined to disclose any additional information regarding the resignation. Tavares' resignation comes less than 2 months after the company announced he would retire at the end of his contract in early of 2026. Man, things must be real bad there. I wonder if he should have gotten rid of the fun cars that American boys liked. What is wrong? Do you have a what is wrong with you? Again, fine. You want to go start an start an electric car company. Go ahead and do it. But what is your strategy, Mr. Underpants Gnome strategist? We're going to make shit products no one wants that are determined by government committee and then approved by corporate committee. And then we got to make sure the Karens are happy. And anything that is fun, joyful, powerful, or masculine, we have to get rid of it. And then you think you're going to be around. Are all of you taking crazy pills in the auto industry? Do any of you, and that'd be fine, like you're communist plants and you want to destroy the industrial manufacturing capacity of the West, or you just want to demoralize people. But you all seem to lose your shit. Like, oh my God, we're losing money. Shit, what do we do? What do you, you're either acting or you're so stupid, you are actually shocked you're losing money. I'm not an auto analyst, by the way. I'm just a normal person. And you guys can't get this basic fucking common sense. You took away the fun, sexy cars that go vroom vroom, and you're going to replace them with ghost cars that I'm sure nag the fuck out of the driver. Ding 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 ding. And you're surprised? This resignation that must have been hang on, it's just fuck. God damn it, the empiricist in me. Just gonna look up the stock prices, see what's happened. Oh, so you had a high in March of 22, and you were at almost $30 a share, and you are at 13. You are down 65%. You dumb fucks. You dumb fucks. You must have had some bad quarters. Surprise. Now I do know. So you were at a high March 22nd of 2024. They did stop making the fun, sexy cars December 31st, 2023. I think that was the last. I mean, it was the end of 2023. You guys stopped it. So what, your first quarter started to look pretty bad? Was that it? Are you saying without the fun car? I'm too fucking tired. I don't need to look up your financial statements, you assholes. It's so fucking obvious. You are not normal human beings. You're little obedient CEO and CFO and COO bitches. You just, what do we do, government? What do we do, government? Committee. And then I just see you. That was as dumb of a move. Let me tell you how dumb your move was, Stellantis, Tavares. I don't know if Tim was involved in this. You getting rid of the fun, sexy cars was like Victoria's Secret's getting rid of the Victoria Angels and replacing them with fat, ugly women. It was. And here you really, do you guys all go to the Underpants Gnome School of Business? You're shocked. Oh my God. Oh, we know where the sky is falling. Now you care? I don't even want to look up how much completely worthless education you all have. Like if I went up to the board of directors, the C-suite, the corporate officers, the chief officers of Stellantis, and look at their educations, I bet you they are MBAs and PhDs, and you guys decided to get rid of the Charger, the Challenger, the Dart, and you're going to go EV, huh? I mean, you're not as dumb as Jaguar. At least you didn't have a whole bunch of lame, woke, mid-century modern is cool, postmodern art crap up on the wall. At least you didn't do that. Stellantis spokesman declined to disclose any additional information regarding the resignation. Tavares' resignation comes less than 2 months after the company announced he would retire. But at the time, Stellantis said he planned to make a name a replacement by the fourth quarter next year. Oh yeah, look, here's the stock price. Are your stock options worth anything, corporate executives over at Stellantis? Are you out of the money on your stock options? That's a real finance question for you guys. Tavares has led Stellantis since its creation through a 2021 merger between Fiat, Chrysler, and PSA Grupa, where he had been board chair since 2014. The longtime automotive veteran. I want to know, does he drive the cars, or does he just work in the industry? A prodigy of former Nissan executive Carlos Ghosn was widely heralded in recent years for spearheading the merger and making Stellantis one of the world's most profitable automakers. Hang on. Oh, PE ratio. It doesn't come up. You know why it doesn't come up? Because you don't have any earnings. I'm going to guess, usually that's when you see a PE ratio that says dash, that means you have no earnings. Let me take a look. Dividend, you have no dividend yield, so there's no dividends? Stellantis income statement. Let's get on Yahoo. Yahoo's about this is the only thing Yahoo is worth. Income tax provision. Am I missing something? Pre-tax income tax provision. Net income to shareholders. Something's not right. According to this, making a lot of money. Stellantis. Yeah, this is the operating income. Tax provision. Pre-tax income. Got low taxes. Net income, 18 billion. What happened? Oh, this only well, this only goes up to 2023 when you guys are at a upgrade to begin using 40 years. Oh, fuck you, YouTube. Just come on, man. They were profitable in 2020. Hang on. I remember on the internet we could look things up. June 2024, you have a here it is. Here it is. Year over year, revenues are down 14%. Net income is down half. Your profit margin is down 40%. Oh, 2024 was it? So wait a minute. So you're at the peak. You're making 18 billion a year, the most profitable auto company out there at 2023. And then you stop making the fun, sexy cars and it all goes to shit. I can't wait, and I don't have to wait because you're doing it now, for you corpos to keep ignoring what young men want. I can't wait for you to keep ignoring, like, maybe we should build an affordable car. Maybe we should build an affordable motorcycle. Maybe we should build an affordable truck. Maybe we should get some affordable homes. Maybe we should, I don't know, get some I'm not big on fashion. It's too wonky. Maybe we should get men some fun video games to play with girls with big tits. Maybe we should put hot girls, like, I don't know, we call them maybe car models, to advertise sexy, fun cars. But you're not going to do it. You're just not going to do it. And that's fine. You can all go fucking bankrupt. That's perfectly fine. And we're going to watch and we're going to laugh. And you're going to realize that your real boss is not Brussels or the pussies in the fucking government of whatever, Germany or Italy or the United States. It's the men and women who have to buy your cars. And if you would like to make lots of money and serve an underserved market. You could just literally go get the old designs of the, or did you guys already destroy the factories? Did you already destroy the factories and the molds? I bet you did. I bet you did. I bet you it's too late. Isn't that curious? Again, I'm not going to read your 10K. I'm not going to read, well, your 10Qs. I'm not going to find out why. Just tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Oh, you don't understand. It was this other thing. Oh, there was a fire at the, or there was something else. Okay, fine. Then I'm wrong. But I'm going to bet your sales went down because you got rid of the cars everyone liked. Are you planning to hire Lizzo or some fat, loud, annoying female to advertise? Why don't you do that while you're at, and in the meantime, you should do a Gillette and insult men and call them sexist and abusers. I mean, oh, have Bud Light do a co-thing with you and get a trans person to come in and be annoying. Oh, that's right. I got it on this. But this year, the company's financial results have severely underperformed expectations amid mismanagement of the U.S. market. Its prime cash generator. Is it mismanagement, or did you just strategic? We're going to go EVs. With a lack of investment in newer, updated products, historically high prices, and extreme cost-cutting measures, I would like to talk to the Tim guy who was the CEO of Dodge. Say, okay, what happened? Like, did you go along with this dick sucking and say, yo, we're going to get rid of the cool cars. We're going to have EVs? Because I've seen some articles saying like he's the one who brought on those the V8 sports cars. And you just get, is that why you quit? Did you say, fuck this? I'm not going to tolerate this. You're going to ruin the company. And now you're out. It's good you got out. If that's the case, it's good you got out, Tim, before the shit hit the fan. Because now it took out the CEO. It took out your, if this is what I think happened, it took out your enemy. But these people are this is stage 2 of the underpants gnome strategy. The corporate executive is like, harumph, harumph, harumph. I can't believe that. Why are we? Oh, it's the American division. Yep, it's the American division. Prime cash generator with a lack of investment in newer, updated products, historically high prices, and extreme cost-cutting measures. The company, which also owns brands such as Dodge, Fiat, Chrysler, and Peugeot, lowered its annual guidance targets in September, a month ahead of the automaker reporting a 27% decline in third quarter net revenues. Okay, so that was just this past quarter. So the trend continues. Stellantis' sales have also struggled this year. Most recently, the company reported a rough 20% decline in year-over-year global vehicle sales sold during the third quarter. That included extending a years-long free fall during the U.S., despite Tavares' attempts to correct what he has called arrogant mistakes. What were the arrogant mistakes, Tim? I smell a fucking rat. I smell some limp dick, pansy-ass weak men saying, we're going to get rid of the fun times because whatever, you were told by someone to get rid of the cars that everybody loved. U.S. traded shares of the company are off roughly 43% in 2024. Tavares has made cost-cutting a critical mission for Stellantis, including a self-reported $8 billion euros, $9 billion in reductions from the merger. The cost-saving measures have included reshaping the company's supply chain and operations, as well as reducing headcounts in the U.S. and increasing work in lower-cost countries such as Brazil and Mexico. Yeah, because fuck Americans and Europeans, right? So not only do you fuck your male customers in Western nations, you fuck your Western male, because they're typically auto workers, right? By going overseas. I'm not necessarily against it, but man, you can't sell products without, you need a little bit of ethics, right? You can't just fuck over. Although I don't know, I could imagine reducing headcount in the U.S., increasing workload. Yeah, I understand the financial motivations. Several current and former Stellantis executives who spoke on the condition of anonymity due to potential repercussions previously described the cuts to CNBC as grueling to the point of excessiveness and leading to problems in the U.S. Tavares pushed back on the claim that the company's massive cost-cutting efforts had created problems. When you don't deliver for any reason, you may want to use a scapegoat. The budget cut is an easy one. It's wrong, Tavares said in July. Stellantis had reduced headcount by 15.5%, roughly 47,500 employees between December 2019 and the end of 2023. According to public filings, additional job cuts this year involving thousands of plant workers. The U.S. and Italy have drawn ire both unions in the country. The United Auto Worker unions have been calling for Tavares' removal for several months as its members face layoff and production cuts. Stellantis U.S. dealership network also has spoken out against Tavares amid bloated inventories and lack of financial support for the company to sell. What are your bloated inventories? Chrysler, that includes Dodge and Ram and Jeep. What is your bloated inventories? Is it EVs? I bet you it isn't Challengers and Chargers. I wish there was a journalist to go in and say, yeah, you got rid of these cars is what brought you in a lot of money. And now you don't have them. I have to draw, and maybe some of you are in the field in the industry, you know it. Is my theory correct? Because it seems awfully suspicious. End of 2023, we're not making the fun, sexy cars. 2024 goes to fucking shit. I'm sure he may have overcut. There may be other, rarely is it just one thing. It has to be, though. That if we take a look at a pie chart, that's got to be half that shit because it's U.S. sales, right? Europeans don't like anything masculine, certainly not their cars. I take that back. They do have, they got some pretty badass cars over there. I take it back. The Italians. Let's go to Super Chats. Dr. Paradox, $2. 2004 to 2006, still solid power walker. Yep. Yep. I'm going to be looking for cars in the aughts. I'm not getting a new car ever. Ever. Daddy and a caddy, $2. Cappy, blow us a kiss like a cutesy cam girl. No, I will not be doing that. Thank you for the $2 though. Doc Paradox, $5. I own EV cars in both US and China. I have seen no difference. Dude, you even know who I am? Are you a puppet? No, I don't know. Did you, Doc, you have them. Are the Chinese electric vehicles as good as the US ones? I want to know because if China's delivering on it and they actually don't make my opinion of Chinese products is informed by the Chinese products I consume. But if their electric vehicles are legit, okay, cool. And I'm not even against electric vehicles. I mean, I got solar panel. I've thought about, I got an electric bike. I thought, well, I looked into it. They're still overpriced in my opinion. But no, I'm not questioning your experiences. I'm saying the vast majority of both Europeans and Americans don't want electric cars. Focus on a future, 10 Canadian. Instead of buying a new car, I took the cash and restored my 1969 Charger 444 speed and had enough to finish off a 90. Oof. A 90 Chevelle? What does a 90 Chevelle look like? Did they make Chevelles in 1990? They go up in value unlike new crap. Yeah, going down the road, I may get my dream of starting to buy classic cars because they're cheaper. They don't cost anywhere near as much to fix, and they're sexy. And they don't have, the number one thing, they don't have any bells annoying me. Focused on future, 5 Canadian. Sorry, that's a 1970 Chevelle. Okay, thank you. Still cheaper than a new sports car. Let's take a look at that. 1970. Let's take a look at that car. Woo! Look at that thing. Look at that. That is a beauty. Ooh, that's a good looking car, man. Well, you don't want the latest Fiat Watermelon or whatever the latest brand model's coming out. Yodi Coyote, $5. Bought an LS swap the 1988 Grand Wagoneer for less than $20K. Not sure who would pay $80,000 for a new SUV that looks like every other vehicle out there. Yeah, those Wagoneers. Someone sent me a screenshot and it said $19,000 in rebates and incentives. He's like, the rebates and incentives cost as much as a car. Double Dodge, who dang diggly do pickup truck, $2. V8 Lives Matter. I'm about to refi into a new Dodge. All right. Good luck. Doc Paradox, $5. I can't post about China. It keeps rejecting me. Please email me. Well, can you email me, Doc? Doc, I didn't mean to offend you or anything like that. I'm not against EVs. Do email me. Hit me up at Asshole Consulting and email me what your point is and what your concerns are. I am merely pointing out Stellantis' CEO is gone. He was resigned. Their stock price is down by 65%. And it's curiously timed once they got rid of the fun cars that young men like. And I understand there's political motivations and push for them to get all EV, and everyone's going all EV. Sorry, it's not going to happen. I mean, you can make it happen, but ain't no one going to buy them. And then used gas cars is just going to go up in price more because people are going to scramble for them. Double Dodge Who Dang Diggly Do pickup truck. $5. Stupid salesman tried to tell me about some Gap insurance. I told him I'm insured to get his mom's Gap, driver her right down to the Applebee's. Gap insurance? What the fuck is that? Elon Musk's filthy jockstrap. $5. Dear Cappy, drunk at the beach thanks to the Carlson School. Sign up for my course. My courses all here. If you do what's in the courses, 100% guarantee you're going to get your money back. Because actually, I don't charge that much. At the minimalism one, I charge a lot. But $500, if I could get you to spend less than you make, you are definitely going to get your $500 back. I don't claim that, if you use these cufflinks, you're going to get your dick sucked. That's not, I've never claimed that. Henwald, $5. It is Challengers and Chargers. They made way too many. The EVs are building up in stock, but the overall numbers are still the old ones. Really? So they made way too many Challengers and Chargers and couldn't sell them? Did they flood the market? I'd imagine over time they're going to sell them. Building up in stock, but the overall numbers are still the old ones. Very interesting. So then, I don't know much about the dealers. What, they just can't offload them? Are people not buying cars as much? Or I think they're sexy cars, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't buy one just yet, maybe in 5-10 years. Thumper, the sweaty fat guy. My summer day at $5. My summer daily drivers are a 65 GTO and a 70 CUDA. Why all you guys got cool cars? When did this happen? Since when did my audience get all these great cars? It sounds like a car show. I have about 35 vintage Pontiacs along with some Fords. Old cars are what I do for fun, not profit. Holy cow. Thumper, I should just go buy one from you when I'm in the market for a new car. And Sam Whiskey, most American name, who insulted me on Rolo's channel today. Cappy, woke governments are now imposing EV cars on emerging countries if they want foreign aid. For crying out loud. Fuck it. Have fun. I may just have to go get like a storage building and buy some old gas cars that work. Just keep them on trickle chargers and fire them up. And then slowly go through an inventory of old cars. Doc Paradox, I have sent you videos street side. Check your email and contact me when you grow up. You're acting like a pooper. I have no idea what your complaint is about. All right, there you guys go. That's it. Questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. See you guys later. Toodles.